Welcome to jQuery Essentials from Pack Publishing. This tutorial is designed for developers and designers with knowledge of JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. No other knowledge is assumed. In this tutorial, you will learn how to install jQuery and access its built-in functionality to create professional user interfaces. You'll be able to build on these basics and move on to more sophisticated scripting, all within the jQuery family of plugins and widgets. So what is jQuery? From a programmer's perspective, jQuery is a collection of OO classes and utility functions written in JavaScript, packaged in libraries, and made available as a framework. Its main purpose is to provide client-side scripting support for web pages. Programmers download one or more of these libraries and use them on their sites. Each library has an API that programmers use to access the methods and define attributes. jQuery is open source and hence free. I always find that I can get a better grasp of a new technology if I first take a look at the finished product. What exactly does jQuery produce? In the next movie, we will look at a few well-known sites that use jQuery, but first, let's start at a logical place, the jQuery site itself. Go to jQuery.com. This will be a quick overview of the jQuery website. You'll be spending a lot of time here. Let's click on Documentation and go to the jQuery API. Each method in the API is a wrapper for one or more behaviors. Note that each method is preceded by dot notation. You can browse the API by type, such as core, CSS, or AJAX. Click through each method for a deeper description and demos. You can access the user interface page from the top menu. UI has its own page because it has its own library. We will get into UI in much greater detail in a later movie, but for now, notice that it has demos for each functionality, resizable, for example, or a date picker. The demos are an important way for you to understand what jQuery can do on a web page. You may see a demo that will solve a problem for a website you're building, or you may get an idea for a new way for users to interact on your site. Notice that jQuery has a mobile section. In fact, it's an industry standard now in mobile app development, as well as plugins. Plugins are beyond the scope of a beginner-level tutorial, but they are the main reason that jQuery has become the top client-side framework. Notice the Meetups page. Meetups are held all over the world, and they are an excellent way to build expertise and meet fellow jQuery developers. Not only will you create important connections in the community, you will also create a core group of go-to developers for problem solving. The forum is open to all who want to search it for an answer to a problem, or to deep dive for more resources. But you will have to become a member to ask a question. If you are truly serious about jQuery, join the forum. You might also want to check out the blog, about page, and donate page as well. Moving back to the jQuery homepage, notice the download buttons. In the third movie, I will show you how to download and install jQuery on your development machine. For now, I want to leave you with a brief introduction to the syntax. Take a look at this snippet of code. The $sign is the jQuery object notation, and you will see it everywhere. p.neat selects all paragraph tags with a class of neat. .add class filters the p.neat elements further for the additional class of ohmy, and the function .show is passed a slow argument, which we'll see when I click the run code. And there you have it, your first jQuery script. In the next movie, we will take a look at some important sites that use jQuery for their user interface.